Hi, good morning. This is Zachary from Zachary Sweeps, and this is the first video I've done in a couple of months on how to sweep wood burning stoves. And we've got a different approach this year, and obviously now that the season's starting to pick up, obviously because people, the sensible people, would like to get their chimneys done before the crazy time. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be doing the videos differently so that you can actually see what I'm actually doing while I'm sweeping the chimney. So I'm going to go through things. You'll have to excuse me because I'm obviously going to have the hoover on at some points, but I'm going to go explain things as I go through. Be aware that the customer will be coming in, so we're going to go for it this way and see how it works. If it works well, then fantastic, and then this is the way forward. What I would like to say to people, I'm going to get so a few other bits for it, like proper tripods, things like that. And if you've got any ideas, please leave them in the comments. If there's things that you want to see, specific stoves that you want to, you've got problems with, issues with, anything like that whatsoever. If you'd like to see more detail when I'm doing these appliances, whatever it is, just tell me in the comments below. If you think it could be done better, please don't be afraid to sort of say whatever you want to, because what I want to do is I want to make sure that people are fully aware of how the chimney is swept, especially with wood burners. Open fires are very self-explanatory, but with wood burners I want people to understand what the whole procedure of having them done, so that they know if they ever get anybody else that comes into the house to do the actual wood burner, that they will be aware. So it's going to be completely done, like the customer's coming in, she's going to give me a coffee, she'll probably have a chinwag with me, we'll speed that bit up, and also I'll show you how you know when you're at the top and how to take bits out, like how to open the doors and stuff like that. So we've got obviously some of them are a bit tricky. So like so like obviously like what we've got to do is we've got to see that there's the mechanism. So like you know, I have to, as I said, this is all completely, there we go, like that, all new the way I'm doing it, because normally I do it, I put it on pause and I show you bits and bobs and everything. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to put my mask on just yet because you won't be able to hear me talking, but what I do is I take the sides, the front part out, the front grill out first, because this has got a baffle plate up in it. It's broken, this baffle plate. Customer is very aware of it. What you do as well is what I always do is make sure that some of them actually have a fire brick on the bottom of them. And what I do is that so I'll just make sure that this one hasn't, which it hasn't. And then what you do is you lift the sides up. In fact, what we might be able to do. See, I'm going to put my mask on now, so I'm going to be a bit muffled, because you can actually see it downdrafting a bit. So I'm going to put my hoover on now. As you can see, it's always a good idea to hoover all the wood ash out first, because then you can actually see what's going on with this one. See, with these fire bricks, they're a bit, you know, they're not going to come out as easy as you think. So what it is they've got bits on the side and they need to be lifted up. But fortunate for us, but not, you know, it doesn't make any difference, but they're broken. So normally they come out in one piece, and then what you do is it gives you the clearance at the side to drop the fire brick down. And then what you can do is these are fire bricks as well, but they class them as baffle plates. And the reason why they class them as baffle plates is because they reduce the flame going up into the wood burner. And the reason why they do that, this metal plate here that sits on top. And the reason why it's got two here, I think it might be another one. No, there isn't. The reason why they have these baffle plates on top of the actual, well, on top but inside the actual wood burner, is they act like that. So what happens is the flame comes up here, goes around there, goes up to the next baffle plate, then it goes around there, then it goes up into the liner. Now I've done that. What I'm going to do is I've got access to the liner itself now. So I'm going to put my mask back on and my hoover, and then I'm going to just clean it all out here. So you'll have to excuse me when the customer comes in, because you'll be coming in shortly, so I'll have to start speaking to the customer, obviously, because the customer comes with. As you can see on this one, it's got some hairline fractures in there. Can you see that? Can you see these cracks in it? That's not a problem. Look on the other side, it's got some cracks as well. It will last a little bit longer, and even if they do break, they go together. This one isn't broken. It's fine. As you can see, there's no issues with that, and that's how it's meant to be on top of there, so that's absolutely fine. So what I always do is I push all the big bits down into the ashtray, because then it makes it, obviously the hoover is going to get blocked up otherwise. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the hoover nozzle in here like that, turn it around like that, and then what we're going to do is get the right size brush. As you can hear, the gardeners are out there because the lady's selling up and she's moving to Wales, she fancies a bit of a change of scenery. What a beautiful place to be moving to, so very lucky. So what you do is you get this, and then you get connected to a rod, and then obviously, because now it's open, you push it up in there like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this one out of the way, because obviously, because it's got that crack in it, we don't want to crack it if we don't have to. So now what I'm going to have to do is put the hoover back on, put my mask on, and you can watch me sweep. turned it off because I'm going to hear a donking sound. I'm going to hear a donking noise sound. And that means that I'll be underneath the cowl. So, I think that's it. Yeah. Which you won't be able to hear, but I'm at the top of the cowl now. And what happens is, when you brush them, you listen out for that, obviously, because you don't want to knock it off, but you know you're at the top. So I'm going to sweep it down now. Milk, no sugar for me, please. Bless you, my love. Thank you. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring the brush backwards and forwards a couple of times. It's not too bad. You can see the soot that's coming down. It's very fine and dusty, which is a very good sign. That's what you're looking for. So let's bring it back down. Always do it very slowly. You don't want to do it fast because obviously there is a lot of soot up there and you get an avalanche of soot. The last thing you want to do is like it going everywhere. Great thing about wood burners is it's really easy to control the mess, not like an open fire where it's only coming down into the box. As you can see, there's some dust coming down. The other thing you've got to be very, very careful is when because the rods are screwed on, there's no locking nuts for the actual rods. I think you can buy them with locking nuts, but I'm old school. I've been doing this like 24 years now, and I was trained in the old school ways. So basically, if you keep twisting in the right direction, which is basically clockwise, you go up and down, but keep twisting clockwise all the time, they're not going to come off. If you just put it down, it's going to come off. So if you watch the way I'm doing it, watch my hands, I'm always twisting clockwise. Right, now we're going to see what's come down. What I'm going to do before I start that, I'm just going to hoover it off here. And what you've got to do when you get soot on sandstone, you've got to be really careful with it. You can't just put the hoover over the top of it. You have to leave like a couple of mil gap between the hoover nozzle and the actual the sandstone. Otherwise, you'll mark the sandstone. So I'll just quickly do that. I'm not going to move the clone, but I'll show you the sort of soot that's come down. So you can, what I'll do is I'll tip it, and you can see very fine and dusty. That tells me that the customer's burning the right woods. It's not lumpy. It's really good. It's great soot. It's gold stars. If I was giving out gold stars, you'd be getting a gold star today. So fantastic. So I'm just going to hoover that bit out now. And as I said, remember that if you ever get it on the actual sandstone, never just hoover over the top of it. Always leave yourself with like a couple of mil gap. Otherwise you won't get it out if you mark it. I'm just going to hoover this bit out. Obviously, because the brush only goes up into the liner, you just need to just get a brush and just brush it. Do it slowly as well, because you don't want it going everywhere. You can really control how it works, because you'll see the dust is going up the chimney, because it's a warm day as well. And it's such a difference. So just make sure that you just do the sides and on the bricks. Make sure that they're all nice and clean. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you don't want to leave a mess. You know, we're not in the Victorian times now. It's just like, and obviously you've got vents and everything up here. Like this vent up here, what that does is, they call them like clear views for the windows. It actually blows warm air down. You can control it, so obviously it needs to be open more so that the warm air blows down there. The other thing I would say is never hoover the gasket ropes. Always sort of just brush them off, because they're amazing. They are. You can suck them off with the hoover. So you don't want to be doing that, because then obviously you'll be giving yourself more work to do. But just have a look up here. Make sure all the soot's out. It's more like ash than soot, to be fair. It's up there. Make sure it's all nice and clean, because obviously when you're putting everything back in, you don't want to be, you know, working in mess. So, and then you just like, I'm going to switch my hoover on to a bit of faster speed. Just give me a bit more suction. Always find it's a good idea to get your hand in there, and you can feel around, and you know, like you can feel where the air flows into here. Make sure there's no ash on there, because it won't be soot on there, the ash, because anything that sits on top of the baffle plates is just going to burn up and then just be ash, like it would be in the actual wood burner itself. As I said, this is a completely new way that I'm doing it, and the next time I do the next video, I'm going to have a proper tripod set up. So if there's anything that you feel that I should be doing that's better, that I can make the videos better for you, at the end of the day, I want these to be educational for you as the customer, so you're aware of how the whole process works. I do thousands of chimneys, so there'll be a lot of wood burners that I'll be doing, all different types of makes and everything. So please, if you have any questions, please feel free to put us comments, whatever it is. You know, that's how I'm going to be doing these videos from now on. That was always my plan, just to build my confidence up. The videos at the beginning, they were kind of like, you know, one-handed and using it, doing it that way, and like just to build my confidence up, because obviously I'm not an actor. You know, I've been doing it a long time, and I want to share my knowledge of the trade. You know, like that's my plan. So you know, I'm going to be doing loads of videos like this. So I'd really appreciate it if you would let me know how I can improve it, what you think I should be doing, whether I should put a light in there, all sorts of things, whether that's that what I've done in the way I've done it is explained it enough. I'm just going to hoover it up, and then I'm going to put all the things back in. Yeah, always give everything a hoover, clean it off. Don't put anything back up there, so I hoover everything up. This one's a bit bent, this baffle plate, but it's still in working order, so that's fine. And then obviously underneath as well. Thank you very much, it's very kind of you, you're a star. I'll have a natter with you when I finish. Sometimes it's a good idea just to get the torch up there so you can see where actually everything goes. When you're looking up there, it's very self-explanatory. You know, if you look, you'll see that the hinges where the baffle plate, the first baffle plate goes. Obviously, we've got to do it backwards now, and make sure that you have nothing on the edges as well, around these corner bits, because always make sure it's clean as much as you can. Because if you do it now, then you're not going to have any issues with it after. So that obviously now we've got this baffle plate here. Well, it's not really a plate, is it? It's a baffle brick. I'll just make sure it's all nice and clean, because they can corrode if you leave the soot ash on there. These ones are a bit different, because how they look, if you look at them, they've got they're at an angle, and the reason why they're at an angle is it's so self-explanatory. You know, they're at an angle so that when they sit down in the actual appliance like that, they're actually sitting in a position where they can be facing up. And then you put that one up there like that. You see, because if you look at this brick, see it's at an angle like it is. That goes back in there like that. And once you put that back in there like that, it's like a sigh of relief really. You make sure it goes right back into its position. And then to make sure that you clear any debris that's on the corners here. It's so important that you do it before you put anything back in. This one's broken. Unfortunately, no doubt we'll be doing other ones that aren't. So. And it sits in there like that, and this sits at the front, put the foot on there like that, and there you go. And so basically what I'll do now is I'll just brush that in there, the grate. That's not it. Why is that not moving around? minute. So we're just going to get that another hoover in there. And then, as I said, like do that hoover the half. I think give that half a nice hoover. Actually, this sort of dust, it's not too bad if it goes on the actual on the sandstone, because see, you can see how much has come down now. Can you see that? Let's see if I can do it at an angle. Obviously, I'm not sure if this video is going to come out well at all or not, but this is the first one that we're doing like this. So what I always do when I'm hoovering these out is I always put the nozzle down as far as possible down. And the reason being is because I don't want to suck up the big bits of charcoal, because you don't want your hoover to block up. So what I do is I put them down there like that, and then obviously, like, if you do that, there's going to be still up there. So obviously that's all got to come out. So what we'll do, we'll move that to one side like that, and then I hoover it out like that. Yeah. And that way, then make sure you check it. You can get it all out. Sometimes you can get a little bit, look, just at the end there. So we'll just do that again. Make sure we get it all out. And we'll keep it as clean as possible for the customer, because they are paying for this service. And obviously we want them to recommend their friends. Yeah, it's all gone. Fantastic. And then put that back in there. Always try and keep everything nice and clean as you're going along. So like what we do, as I said, like be careful if you do hoover that, like I'm doing, and I was saying earlier not to do it, but I've been doing it a long time. Don't actually hoover the rope itself. Do it on top of it if you are going to do it like that. It just gets out of the joint. And then the other thing is, like, once you've finished on this bit, you can sort of use the brush just to brush things out. And it just looks nicer when it's finished. And then you hoover it up like that. Obviously just hoover that bit up like that. And then we can shut the door. Find where the attachment is, because it's not here. But, sometimes the customer, we put them up somewhere. It's up here. I'm not going to touch it because look at my hands, and it's shut anyway now. So we do a glass cleaning service, but we charge extra for that. Not much extra, but customer just wants a sweep, so we're just doing a sweep today. So make sure, as I said, make sure everything's all nice and clean, you know, because obviously we won't be coming back here because she's going to work, but it'd be nice for her to recommend us to the next people that move in. So I'm just hoovering up my sheet now, because obviously where I put them baffle plates. Make sure that I look clean as well, because obviously going to people's houses, we'd like to see you looking presentable, because otherwise it'll worry them. When you come in and you're all covered in soot and everything, it doesn't look very professional. So that's it. That's the first one that we've done like this, and I'm I'm going to do is just make sure everything's working. These are all the vents. Everything looks like it's all working. As I said, what I might do is next time put it over this side a little bit so you can see a lot more. But please tell me what you want me to do. That's what this is all about now. It's all about teaching you guys and girls and giving you advice. If there's anything you need to know, anything at all, please ask me. Got a lot of knowledge. I'm not just a chimney sweep, I'm a chimney specialist. I do everything. I was fitting these for about 15 years. I fit open fires, I repoint chimney stacks, I put halves down, I put fireplaces in. I do everything. I'd like to think with the knowledge that I've got, if I don't know it, it's not worth knowing. So if you need any information at all, please leave a comment. If you like the video, then give it a thumbs up, and and let me know how I can improve. Because as I said, this is the first time I've done this, so it'd be great to know what you think. Have a great day from Zachary Sweeps.